Welcome back. Joining us again is Dr. Eric Kelly, and we're talking about the virtual Black Business Expo and the resources that will be available to everyone who will be attending online. And Doctor, I'll tell you what, it's all about the kids, although there's so much information, valuable information everybody can get. But you mentioned the younger generation, and you also mentioned that they're starting businesses while they're in school. So let's talk a little bit more for the folks who don't really, I don't want to lose sight of the overall goal here. It is about the kids.
Well, when you begin to talk about our kids, and the reason that the Black Business Expo was created was to help our kids to get more education, to help our kids to do better in their lives. And with the advent of the Generation Xers and the Generation Zers, you find out that they're starting business younger and younger and younger. The demographics is getting younger. The psychographics is the same. We're all thinking business, but the demographics is getting younger. And so we want to make sure that we deal with the younger generation and not be an old show. And that's what we're finding out with the people that are calling in. One of the things that I didn't say earlier is that people who would like to speak at our show or speak during the year can go to our website, www.blackbusinessexpo.usa, and click on Olympics. And we have forms that you can fill out as volunteers, as speakers, and then the corporate sponsors can see what we're asking for. Because a lot of times people think because it's virtual, it's free, but you got a tech team. You got a security team, you got a platform, and these things cost. People like the Blue Crosses and Blue Shields, the people like North Carolina Central University who are going into these new relationships to do business, these are some of the things that you gotta look at. And for those out there who are Black business owners, I did wanna mention that North Carolina Ideas, under the leadership of Tom Rue, is doing a Black Entrepreneur Council, and they're giving out grants right now. Their deadline is November the 1st for the first round of grants, but I think people who are in business need to know about North Carolina Ideas. So check into North Carolina Ideas and see some of the kinds of things that they are doing. I wanted to mention them. They are, incidentally, one of our sponsors. I had to get it out. But not only do they do business for Black entrepreneurs, they also do business for entrepreneurs, and that's what's key. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. A lot of people say, I want to be a CEO, I want to be a business person, but at the end of the day, what does that look like? And it looks like work, and that's what I say all of the time. You know, some of our sponsors that sponsoring us this year is none other than Mechanics and Farmers Bank. Right now in Durham, probably the oldest Black business in town in North Carolina. And so the Mechanics and Farmers Bank, under the leadership of Mr. Sellers, do an outstanding job in the Black community with loans, with business engagement. And then, of course, another one of our sponsors, and I'm looking on my list, is Keaton Barrow Realty, the boss lady, Michelle Keaton Barrow. She does an outstanding job in business. And then we have KMT Air Conditioning. You know, I'm calling these guys out. I know they're sitting there saying, Eric, you better mention me. Allstate Insurance, Wells Fargo, the Black MBAs, NC 100. And NC 100 deals with a lot of youth. And we're partnering with them, and they're doing an outstanding job. So those are some of our sponsors that we have right now. But I tell you, when you hear about the police, the Sheriff's Department of Durham is going to be one of our sponsors. And one of the things that we're going to do this year, because you don't have to be live, so we're going to have people that send in videotapes of their talks. And Durham Police Department is recruiting, Durham Sheriff's Department is recruiting officers. So they'll get a chance to come on our platform and recruit officers. You know, man, it's not an easy job, but somebody got to do it.
I know. And you know what? You couldn't do this without those sponsors, could you? You need them.
Well, not only needing the sponsors, we need to understand that the community needs to come together. It's not about just the sponsors.
No.
It's not just about the Black businesses. It's about the kids. And we can say it till we turn blue in the face. You know, it's easy for me to be happy. I'm retired, I'm an artist, and I draw and I paint. You can Google me, but the kids who don't know where they want to go, they're looking at basketball, they're looking at football, they're looking at entertainment and other things. They need to be looking at science, business, and courses that allow them to build something for their families. The Black Business Expo is about building legacy more than anything else. It's not about a big show. It's about building legacies in a community that's been hit hard, not only by COVID-19, but by economics. And that's what it's all about.
And I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, you know, the one upside to COVID is that technology and the internet and Zoom or whatever has really come to the forefront. People are getting more comfortable with it. So when you look at the young people coming up, you know, the old timers like me,
And me.
you know, it's almost like they were born with a smartphone, is what I'm saying. It becomes almost natural. Would you agree? There's a lot for them today, as far as an advantage in moving forward with businesses that maybe than ever before.
Well, you know, that's very key, because you got to understand one thing about the old people, and I'm in that group. We've been kicking and screaming not to do, you know, the phone, not to do the technology, not to be involved, because we're set in our ways. COVID has forced us to look at technology and use technology, which really is speeding us up to the level of the kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. You know, one of my friends, Dr. Archie Harrison, who does Mega X, who's one of our sponsors, we have this conversation all the time. You know, Mega X came about because they do products, they do the sanitizer, they do the disinfectants, and they do it all across the country. The company started small, and now it's one of those companies that corporations are calling on them now because of the COVID-19. A lot of people have pivoted, and so when you pivot, you got to understand that you can utilize something like this to help you in your business. And the kids and us, we have to come together, because at the end of the day, it's about us joining and creating businesses for everybody.
Everybody wins when you do that.
Yes.
It is always so good to see you. And I thank you so much for what you're doing. And 25 years, that's a heck of a track record, man. Congratulations.
Well, you know, not only the 25 years is not the most important part. The most important part is the kids. And I implore all of the companies and corporations to reach out to us, because we're doing our part. And I think a lot of times people don't take the time to look at what you're doing. They think that you're always going to do a party. You're always going to do jamming. You're always going to do the fun things. But the hardest part of life is understanding how to do business. And that's what the Black Business Expo wants companies and corporations to understand. And before I get out of here, you know, I got to get the website out.
You get it.
www. Black Business Expo USA, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. And of course, Bill, you're always on key. I enjoy coming back, and we look forward to come back. And I didn't talk about Christian, the gentleman Christian Thomas, who is the kid that received the scholarship last year, who wants to be an architect. And maybe we get a chance to do something on him someday.
That'd be wonderful.
But he's a gentleman that we gave a scholarship to. He's going to, I believe it's A&T, as an architectural guy, and we're going to watch him grow and see where he goes. And I think those are the kinds of stories that the Black Business Expo wants to showcase. Not all of the businesses and corporations, because they do their part, but we want to showcase the kids, the ambassadors who make it happen for us.
Awesome, man. Good to see you. Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you guys for watching. We hope you've enjoyed today's show. If you have any questions or would like to know more, we also have a website. Visit our website at RaleighCW.com and myrdctv.com. I'm Bill LeMay, and thank you for watching Community Matters, and we'll see you next week.